Whenever I was a child, I would, like every child wonders who they want to become when they grow up, and you're wondering what do you want to do, and I would think about it, and somehow one lifetime wasn't enough for me to experience everything. So I was thinking, what is it that I can do where I can experience everything that is possible to experience in this life? And acting was the only thing I could think of. So ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to be I envisioned myself being on stage and other people watching me. And that was so exciting. And at the same time, being able to live everything was, that was just the only way I thought I could feel alive. Why do you think is that? Why do people feel this way?
So you thought of going through many lifetimes through acting within a single
Yes.
lifetime?
Yes. Exactly. So I'm just wondering, does everyone feel this
Oh,
way?
that's very interesting. You're so hungry for life that you want to grab every kind of form and not miss out on anything, huh?
I guess. I guess.
Wow, that's
Like, is
interesting.
this how everyone feels? Is this how every actor feels?
Well, I think that, no, I think that a person, well, any person who, especially if you watch television or the movies, if you see other forms of life, you are envious. Why am I not this? Why am I not that? Did I choose the right way in life? Maybe I should have been just, a driver, whatever, or a doctor or something. So everyone's like that, thinks in these terms. It's natural. So do you think that, well, normally people who come to acting, you think they want to dress in other people?
I think there are different reasons why people come to acting. Some probably do it because they're looking for the meaning of life, and they, like in my case, I thought I could find the meaning of life through pretty much living all these different lives. If you live every possible life and in your life, maybe that's where the meaning is. But then other people probably come to be loved, to be famous, to be admired, to be wealthy. That's probably, when you look at Hollywood, that's what Hollywood shows. That's what Hollywood is.
I don't think that's a serious actor thinks about life in this way. He's just being famous. A serious actor is one who really wants to dress in all kinds of forms. Like you said it, who wants to feel, to experience what it's like being a king or a judge or a slaughterer or a thief or a good or a bad person who wants to live it. I think that's the sign of a really, that's the right kind of motivation for being a true actor.
Do you think an actor has a responsibility before the world in a way to teach the people something, since people look at them, to show them something, to explain? Like, is there a way an actor can explain um, the truth to people, the meaning of life to people, or basically teach them something, teach them the way to be? And how can they do that?
Well, first, I'd say we're all actors. None of us is genuine, true. None of us really knows who is. Because when I was born, I was looking at the world when I, like say a year old baby, even less than a year, a few months. I already started getting all kinds of impressions. Mom was acting in front of me. Mama, mama. Daddy was doing something. My granny, aunts and uncles and friends and brothers and that's how I grew up to kindergarten and then school. Everyone were doing some kind of an act towards me. I don't know if they're acting or not, but I received a certain impression from them. And all these impressions, like these molds, these images penetrated me, and now I act out in life accordingly. I don't act myself. I always picture some kind of an image, some kind of persona that I have to express, whom as whom to be, from the people that I saw. And that's how I go through every moment in life, acting out, using the molds, the examples that I received as a child up to, say, the age of 15 or 20. Even today, we still absorb examples and molds. Even at my age, I get all kinds of examples and forms from life, but they don't impress me as much. I'm past the age of maturing, which is the age, up to the age of 15 or 20, when you constantly absorb from the world. Acts. Yes, what to act, how to act. So we're all actors. And in the wisdom of Kabbalah, when we reach the truth, we gradually remove all of these robes of a king or a thief or a doctor or a driver or all these clothes. We take them off. And in the end, we remain naked. And who are we? Then we see that we are non-existent, that there's only one point in us. And out of that point, I want to receive new images. From whom? From the upper force. I begin to ask of that. Show me yourself. And then I begin to take examples from that. All kinds of molds, new kinds of images, and then I begin to resemble them. And then I build myself as a human being, which is the true me. And before that, I was only acting out all kinds of images that were presented to me by relatives, teachers, friends, the world.
So you're saying that in this world, there is no way we can know who we really are, and we can't find out who we are.
No. And actors are even worse, because with actors, besides acting the people that they are, that they carry with them with childhood, all those examples that they were carrying out, when they study acting, they're shown forms of acting, behave this way, that way, dress this, dress that, all kinds of things. A good actor is one who has, say, 300 examples of how you should act out everything. A better actor has 500 examples, and the best maybe has 1,000 or 2,000 behavioral kind of examples, and that you bring them out and act accordingly. But you're never yourself. And that's how it is in theater, in cinema, and everywhere. So it turns out that there is not such big a difference between the acting that we non-actors do, ordinary people, and what you actors do, except you know that you're acting personas that you were taught, and we forgot and don't know that we too are acting images that were permeated in us by our teachers, parents, as children, when we were children.
But in that case, what's the point of anything? What's the point of us living? What's the point of us working? Why should we, we're speaking about acting right now, but if there is no point, if there is no way you can attain anything through acting or through any other kind of profession or through living, and not everybody asks themselves a question of how they can attain spirituality and what is spirituality, then what's the point of all of this? If somebody doesn't have a question, how can they even come to finding out about spirituality? Then we can never find out who we are?
Well, yeah, but through history, we develop. And now we're coming to a point where the world is beginning to pressure us and bring us to the question of what are we living for? Why are we suffering? What is the message of the world? And with this question, we come to a point where it becomes worthwhile for us to search for the truth, to find it. Not these behavioral forms, but the real form. Yes, what is that? And we gradually come to that question. I see that people suffer, people are depressed, people become drug abusers, all kinds of ways that they want to exit the game of life. Where to? They still don't know. I hope that soon humanity will begin to find out.